This is why the late U.S. Senator John McCain of Arizona once loathed the sport, calling it human cockfighting. This is why the MMA always falls short in its attempt to dislodge boxing as the No. 1 combat sports on TV and pay-per-view in America. Because every time it comes so tantalizingly closed, it submits itself to something so stupid. It's like a self-inflicted arm bar, if you can wrap your mind around that silly, gory thought. The word mixed in the MMA acronym implies that you can use and combine any form of martial arts discipline while fighting on the octagon. It doesn't mean mixing hooliganism with sportsmanship during a highly organized, multi-million-dollar promotion. Khabib Nurmagomedov, a Russian from Dagestan, beat Conor McGregor via rear naked choke at the 3:03 mark of the 4th round of their UFC lightweight title bout last night at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. As soon as McGregor, in peril of losing his consciousness, tapped out, the fight should have ended right there. Instead, a bigger, nastier one ensued. Derogatory words were hurled. A mouthpiece was found. An angry Nurmagomedov leaped out of the octagon to get a piece of McGregor's jiu-jitsu coach, Dylan Dennis. And then 2 dudes jumped into the cage, striking multiple blows at McGregor, who was still trying to collect himself from the exhausting bout. In short, it was a tawdry mess. A foolish highlight in what was otherwise a brilliant battle, one in which McGregor proved that, while he is a beast fighting upright, he can also be a useless participant on the ground game against the trained wrestler. McGregor, 21-4, showed little rust despite being inactive for 25 months, and he didn't show his age. But Nurmagomedov, also 30 years old and a solid -160 favorite, was just a little too fast and quick for the brash Irishman, a +140 underdog who was behind on all the scorecards, 29-27, when the end came. But here we are, talking about a possible Khabib suspension instead of his abstention. Talking about guys who were detained instead of how gloriously a 155-pound lightweight division belt was retained. And this is why McGregor and Nurmagomedov will fight in a lucrative rematch somewhere down the road. And it's going to be bigger than the one we just saw, which was described by UFC President Dana White as the biggest event in their company's history. There is genuine hate on both sides. As evidenced by a fully packed T-Mobile Arena, there is a fertile market for a do-over. And there seems to be an endless flood of fans who can't wait to shed precious dollars to see another mayhem on pay-per-view. It's a promoter's dream. Failed bid. Jason Canoy fought in Tijuana, Mexico on Sunday, determined to win the WBA silver bantamweight title and beard a lion in its den. Instead, the 29-year-old Pinoy got devoured. Quickly. Brutally in 3 rounds. No shame in the defeat though. The Mexican Luis Nuri was simply world-class. A former WBC champ, the 23-year-old Pantera sent Canoy down with a wicked left hook just seconds into the fight. Behind the cheers of a partisan crowd at Gazmerd Stadium, Nuri then unloaded the entire arsenal on Canoy through 2 more rounds until the referee had seen enough. I was rooting hard for Canoy, a Cebuano from Balamban, but it's hard to win when you keep hitting the other guy's fists with your face. Jason, who sure had his moments, has good people around him, and hopefully they can turn this debacle into a learning experience.